The Paladins dev team presented the Yagurath patch during Hi-Res Expo on January 7th, and the future looks rather interesting. What they presented was very epic in many ways, but for Paladins, in my opinion, the future is always more interesting. Though as always, the leaks won't stop, so just as last time, I think it is time to look into the future once more, to see what lies beyond Yagurath's gaping maw. But before we continue, I must iterate once more that much of this video is my conjecture and speculation based on what is in this datamine of the PTS. Sometimes, like last time, I even forgot how an old champion used to function, so not only can I not see into the future, I don't even remember the past. So anything I say is very likely to be wrong for these very reasons. Hello once again to another Paladins Datamine video. Today we are here to take a look at the relatively small datamine from the Calamity PTS patch. I'll outline what was in it right here. The commander is a big part of this datamine. Some skins for the next quote-unquote battle pass, and miscellaneous other small things. I'm gonna leave the commander for later and just go over the skins and mix together in Part 1. Customisations. For the miscellanea, there are mentions of goddesses. Might be attributed to the first special event or limited time event or whatever it is promotion. It is not known what these are. I think they might be event currency like abyssal shards or whatever it was. Basically event currency, maybe a new type of customization or actual event game mode specific to echo characters. If the latter is true, I will be really impressed if they are gonna do more than a color swap for the original character model the echo character is from. Like an echo character for the event or something like that. But in general, there is no clue as to what these goddesses are. Mentions of Paladin's third birthday, Salty, unknown of what this is, and 3 DLC packs, Starter Pack, Golden Pack and Deluxe Pack. This is probably something they took over from Rogue Company, which saw much success with their 3 tiers of Founders Packs or whatever they have. For the skins, the keyword is digitized. They have been mentioned before, so possibly this is the first event pass, the next battle pass or something else entirely. In my opinion, it is most likely a new chest, because while there are 4 skins mentioned, Rome, Androxus, Imani and Ying, as well as a Corvus emote, it doesn't look like a battle pass for one reason. Androxus, Ying and Imani all already have a digital or technological skin. Rome doesn't. Sometimes Hi-Res likes to put a single new skin into its own chest alongside with older similar ones to fit the theme. I believe this to be a digitized chest featuring a new Rome skin, Replicant Ying, Battlesuit Godslayer Androxus and Omega Imani. Since there wasn't much else in the datamine, we're just gonna go straight to the commander now. Part 2. Octavia, version 2. The first thing of note is that the commander now has a name, most likely her final name, Octavia. Another thing to note is that her abilities now all have temporary icons. So without waiting any further, let's see how Octavia has changed since the last datamine. Left mouse button still fires a gun with 16 shots in each clip. The damage it does has remained the same, but there is no damage falloff applied. Body shot is still 250 and headshot is 375. Right mouse button scope has some changes done to the damage values. A body shot now does 451 damage instead of the previous 375, and the headshot now deals 676 damage instead of the previous 533. A significant uplift in damage for the scope mode. damage fall off has also been applied to the scope fire. F is still just a big jump, except now you can jump into the direction you are moving in, not where you're looking toward. F plus right mouse button is now its own move. What was previously a sliding forward type of floating move while scoping has now been changed into a hover. So scoping during the jump causes Octavia to hover for a moment. You can fire like over a fence with this ability or something. The Q ability has gotten a good few changes as well. The area which turns champions invisible is now indicated by Makawa's shield. In addition, any friendlies inside it gain 25 health per tick. Octavia is also able to see into the Invisisphere through the scope only. The sphere now also has gravitational properties, as in you need to throw it like a grenade. Last but certainly not least, Commander's ultimate now works in an almost completely different manner than it previously did. Triggering it will now place down 8 1400 damage AoE airstrike-like blasts in a straight line. The line moves relatively slow but does cover a great deal of area, possibly done like this to cover longer stretches of land on maps that have long straits, like Timbermill. And yeah, that's it for Octavia. She does seem to be in a much later stage of development than I expected. Probably because the champion is coming out sometime late March or early April. I do not know exactly when, but that seems to be the time frame, because the next patch is February 3rd. And the patches are now on a 2-month cycle or something like that, so late March, early April is pretty good guess. And that is literally it for this datamine. There wasn't much to it, now that I have switched to smaller updates every 2 months. I don't expect the future datamine videos to be any larger than this one was either. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please show it with a click of the like button, to subscribe for more datamine reports like this, and more.